It's easy to see why people want to recreate the Lamborghini. It's quite possibly one of the most beautiful cars on the planet, but the price tag is far out of reach for the majority of the world. Well, here's another Lambo recreation that's turning heads. A 30-year-old guy from the Ukraine decided that his Mitsubishi Eclipse just wasn't cutting it and decided to step up his game. He spent a whole 2 years on this build, and it shows. This thing is awesome, and I can't imagine the patience it took to create. Take a look at this dramatic transformation from a cheap daily driver's car into a rich celebrity's ride. It started as a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. A nice car, but he had higher aspirations. Maybe something like a Lamborghini reinvention? He's a jeweler and had never attempted a project like this before. There was more metal fabrication than he imagined, but he knew the end result would be worth it if he took his time. He spent nearly 2 years on the epic transformation, turning a $6,000 car into a $2 million car. After the metalwork was done, it was time for body filler and a lot of sanding. These intricate lines had to be absolutely perfect. The Lamborghini reinvention is a $2 million car, so there was no room for error. This includes the iconic Lamborghini-style doors. This was his first attempt at a build like this, and after a coat of primer, he couldn't help but take the almost complete car around the block. After a fun drive and many meticulous hours shaping the aggressive body, it was time for paint. The paint turned out better than expected and really brought out the detail in the bodywork. He did an exceptional job considering this was his first attempt. All finished with some new wheels, this Lamborghini reinvention is ready for some car shows. Everything on this car had to be handmade. Every single body panel was hand fabricated on top of a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and you'd be really hard pressed to figure out what it was originally. While I doubt this car sounds anything like the Lamborghini reinvention, sitting in a parking lot, you would definitely do a double or triple take. At 30 years old, this guy is now cruising around in what looks like a $2 million car. He built the whole thing himself, which is the coolest part of all. He sure did an awesome job for starting with an Eclipse. What he did with it is making jaws drop and necks break at all the car shows he attends.